Do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals. Well, there's evidence for that everywhere, isn't there? This actually apply. I literally like was getting tearful earlier, not because of anybody speaking at the RNC, that's for sure, because of the RNC themselves. I just feel like so played and betrayed on a mass level. I feel that way. And then I realized, but that's what God said this world would do. That's what this world would do. And so this comes into mind because the RNC is showing that. Not that the DNC shows any different, but the RNC is being a perfect example of why it's like they're celebrating being around a bunch of people that are not good people to be around. Yeah, I mean, bad company ruins good morals. When you hang out with priests that don't want to be honest about abuse or hid abuse that's been done to children, and I mean, everybody in the world knows about the Catholic Church abuse against children, and all I can think is, had somebody called the Catholic Church out a long time ago, had more people been willing to stand up against it and say, no, you know what, we can build something better, we can have a different church, or we can go to a different church, that would have stopped the abuse to children. That because it perpetuates, because it's always allowed to get away with what it's doing. It will not change. It won't. They will try to bring it if they come under fire on the heels that we're going to be transparent. The soil is never was in good soil. So, and that's what happens. Bad company ruins good morals, which is why I'll get these Catholics in my comment section telling me that I have the devil inside of me when they literally look away from the horrors done to children by priests, and they just want to say, you can't put everybody in that boat. Well, I don't know, when 333,000 children, 333,000 children just in France alone have been abused by the Catholic Church over its history. I don't know, that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot, which tells me exactly what Jesus is saying here. Bad company ruins good morals. And clearly the RNC wants to hang out with bad company. Not even just the priest there that gave the opening address, but then that Amber Rose, who literally was bashing Christianity and all in practically with the Satanic Church. It's like, what's going on there? Well, right here, bad company ruins good morals. So they can celebrate. It's like Noah's days. It's like they're off celebrating, thinking everything's so good. Yeah, good luck there. Heartbreaking to see that. But then God said that's what this world was about. And also, it's on the left and the right. Yeah, this was one I hadn't seen before. Do not swerve to the right or the left. Turn your foot away from evil. Both sides are evil. Yep. And I see that means clearly the DNC is, but clearly the RNC is too. And do you think they care? Do you think they care about what I say or what anybody? No. No, it's all about them. It always has been, hasn't it? They all just pat each other on the back and yeah, way to go Vance, way to go Gates, way to go Cruz, yeah, go Donald Trump Jr., go. It's like, fuck that. Seriously, just bad company ruins good morals. You want to hang out with bad company, you don't want to call out the things that are wicked, then you can expect to see people end up falling into bad morals, because that's what has happened to all of us. The sooner everybody realizes that, then maybe we can get on the right road. And we've all been there, so I'm not judging them, but God does say that if you're saved and then you go on to continue to sin like you did before, then there's no saving you. There's no, it says that here, I'll show it. For if we go on sinning deliberately after receiving the knowledge of truth, there no longer remains a sacrifice for sins. So, and then what's really even more disturbing, bringing up the Catholics again, is how much they worship Mary, because Jesus said himself that you were to honor God. You are to love God more than you love your mother and father. You are to love God more than you love your children. Otherwise, God does not see you as worthy. And yet, who is raised up the most in the Catholic Church? Mother Mary. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a person's enemies will be those of his own household. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me, and whoever does not take his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. So do you see how raising up Mary is a great way to deceive people? Because then she becomes what's worshipped. She becomes what's protected. That's what people get upset about when they go off on me about. Because they can't really go off on me because I'm standing on Jesus's word, right? So then they want to act like that Jesus would be upset with me because I'm not worshiping Mary the way that the Catholics do. Well, no, God didn't even want you to love your mother more than, or love your own mother more than God. So I'm pretty sure he meant the same for his own mother. The Lord saw that wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intention of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And the Lord regretted that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him to his heart. So the Lord said, I will blot out man, whom I have created from the face of the land, man and animals and creeping things and birds of the heaven, for I am sorry that I have made them. It's really a harsh thing to say, isn't it? I mean, that was in Genesis. That's how quickly man falls away and is a continuous state of evil. Look at the RNC as that. Just while they bring it on the heels that this is all a celebration and everything's wonderful, not getting honest, not being honest, not doing God's will. Yet then people want to say, but that's the RNC isn't about they don't have to follow the commandments. Well, first of all, God expected everybody to, so you don't have to believe in God, but yeah, you can find out, someday, one day, that yeah, you should have taken that seriously. But more than that, the RNC has no right to say, but we're separation of church and state. No, you opened your freaking RNC event with a priest that ignored the abuse done to children. Yeah. So you put yourself in the fire, but you show what you worship. And if that's what everybody there wants to celebrate and hang out in, then it's just a den, a pit of wickedness, in my opinion. It breaks my heart. It really does break my heart. Because, there's that part of you always want to believe in people. You want to hold out hope for them. And yeah, there's people that, sometimes get it, but overall people don't. Everybody just disappoints everybody. And the RNC, this verse reminded me of the RNC right now. Truly, truly, I say to you, you will weep, because I was weeping earlier. Not weeping, but I had tears in my eyes. You will weep and lament, but the world will rejoice. You will be sorrowful, but your sorrow will turn into joy. That's the one hope you can always count on. The left is going to be wicked. The right's going to be wicked. No matter what they tell you, no matter how much you think otherwise, they'll end up showing which direction they're going. The fruits tell you. Former Dubuque priest sex abuse case dismissed. State agrees time limit expired. There had been more people standing up a long, long time ago against Catholicism. Would have saved many lives from being ruined. I guess that's why God early on thought about wiping man away, because one continuous thought of evil. But hold fast, God will return.